Welcome to Confidence Strides. I'm Tanya, and I'm going to give you a little bit of the behind the scenes of how everything goes. So sit back and enjoy the show.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Confidence Strides.
Well, let me see. I finally had to sit down and have a behind the scenes video. I wanted to finally take time to answer out some key questions that I keep getting from most of the people that come on my show and ask me a lot of these key questions. So here we go. Let's begin. Question number 1. Why did I choose to do an interview show? Well, to me, I remember doing lives with my friend Erin, and it's always fascinating to me to hear other people's stories. So it was like a no-brainer for me to say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do some interviews. I think being a lifetime learner, there's always something to learn from somebody else. So I always get pleasure hearing some of the knowledge and the wisdom that people are sharing. And you can learn so much by just listening to what people have to share. So, I mean, to me, it was like a no-brainer. You're going to do a show, you're going to do an interview show. So that's how Coffee with Tea came about. But I have to laugh because the idea came to me a couple of years ago. And I was in at home meditating, and I don't share this with a lot of people because I was like kind of nervous when I first said it. But I was like meditating quietly, and I'm like, Lord, what am I going to do? What should I do? And I remember it coming to me. It says, you're going to do a talk show. And I started thinking, yeah, okay, whatever. I don't see that happening. You know, I don't have a book. You know, I was thinking of all the traditional ways that people get a talk show. You know, I'm not a celebrity. I don't have a book. I don't have anything significant. Hell, I didn't even have a damn website or a business. So I'm thinking like, okay, a talk show is not in my future. But here I am now doing my Coffee with Tea interviews. And I definitely encourage everybody to go check them out. So yes, I am now an official talk show host. I love doing it, but I'm also feel like I have a lot of insight to share. So you're going to probably see a little bit more of these behind the scene videos coming. So yeah, this is my first one. As they say in Toastmasters, I'm ripping the band-aid off, and I'm going to go with behind the scenes. Question number 2, how do I find my guests? Oh, that's pretty interesting. A lot of my guests have been people that I've known. I see them on Facebook, maybe LinkedIn, and they're sharing their messages. And when I hear their messages, I'm like, you know what, that might be a great insight that maybe somebody could hear or learn something from. So I invite them to come out to be a guest. I have had guests that I've met, like if I'm out at the park. I took my Judy Ruberg, her episode hasn't aired yet, but I met her at the park. Me and my granddaughter were at the park, and we connected, and we were talking about some of the stuff that teachers are going through now that we were dealing with the pandemic. And I thought that would be an interesting topic, so I invited her to be a guest, and she came on. So that is a couple of ways that I find my guests. Like I said, I think I told you in the beginning, I feel like everybody has some kind of valuable insight share. I remember my friend in the military used to say people either have something that you can learn from or learn not to do. So there's always something to learn from somebody. So that's how I find my guests. If you have an interesting subject and you're sharing it and I see it, I might ask you to be a guest. If not, you can always find my calendar link, hop on, we can do a discovery call, see what kind of topics you'd like to share. But anything that you can basically encourage, empower, or maybe educate somebody on, that's the kind of messages that I want to put on the show. Question number 3. What's the purpose behind the interviews? I think I touched on it. I think a lot of this, I keep touching on it, but it's basically to educate, empower, and entertain a little bit, but empower, educate, and encourage people to get out of their own comfort zone, which sort of leads into the next question, because I think I've done like over 45 interviews that have been on the channel already, and I did a split, so I'm going to bring the two channels together. But yeah, I've done over I'd say 50 interviews, because there's a lot of interviews that haven't been put up there. But I've done a lot of interviews, ranging from personal development to finance to entertainment, and I think the number one thing I hear a lot of it comes down to fear, addressing your fear. And so the message behind the videos is basically to, like I said, educate, entertain, and inform people that there's great messages out by just your network of people that you talk to. And then two, to get out of your own little funky way. So I wanted to also address, like, why now did I finally choose to do a behind the scenes video. People have shared their opinion of seeing more stuff behind the scenes, like they're not seeing enough personality behind me, and so it's like, it's time, it's just time. It's like, it was hard to come up with a specific message that I wanted to share because I've done so much, and I think that's what a lot of people do. It's kind of hard to hone down their message. So that was like, I wouldn't say an excuse, but yeah, it was an excuse, or I should say, not an excuse is not a good word. It was a reason why I didn't do it, but it's really come down to an excuse. So yeah, not being able to figure out what I wanted to say. Two, fear. A little bit of fear really played into this part, and that means I have to show a little more vulnerable side. And I think a little bit of that really comes down to my history. I'm a retired military, and they always teach you to be strong and don't let your soldiers see that fear, and you know, you gotta lead from the front. But sometimes, even if you're leading, you have to put that fear aside. So I mean, I realized that it was time to do these videos, to do more of the behind the scenes videos, because like I said, I'm learning so much, but what good is it if I'm not willing to share? So I had to, like I said, and I think, rip that band-aid off and just go for it. And why now? Why not? Because I just talked to a friend today, and we talk about how life is never promised to anyone, and I can keep saying, Tanya, you're going to go ahead and do the video, do the video, do the video, do the video. But until I actually sit down and actually plan it out and do it, I'm just procrastinating. It's, I think what they say, I don't know, quote, procrastination is like the biggest deterrent towards success or whatever, one of those things. But yeah, I'm deciding, you know what, I'm going for it. So that's what it is. So here's Tanya. This is what you're going to see. This is behind the scenes. I'm going to do a little bit more of these, so I hope you're enjoying it. As I get ready to wrap up this video, I want to say, if you're enjoying this video, please give me a thumbs up. I'll know by the thumbs up. And if you want, leave me a comment. Give me some feedback. That's how I'll get better. And if you want to see more of these videos, let me know. This is what I'll do. Feel free to drop some questions in there that you might have, how to maybe even come up with your own channel, how to enhance your videos. Like I said, I'll learn something. I'll research it like it's my next damn job. So that's what I do. And so I think that's about it for all the questions that I wanted to answer in this video. So again, leave me your feedback. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Like, share, and subscribe. Check out the other videos. There's more interviews on here that will be added. So yeah, it's been a pleasure, and I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been a pleasure talking to you. So I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.